Hello and welcome back. On the last episode, we met a new friend on our way to meet an old friend. Hopefully our new friend has worked through some issues with our help. We never really got a chance to see our old friend though. But with that though, we did resolve Volume 11. And because of that, we can begin our new volume, Volume 12. Volume 12 of Know Nothings and Know It All. Or Know It Alls, sorry. God, you have a headache. Is it dehydration? Only if you're thirsty for companionship. Are you hurt? Only your heart, and it aches for more pals. Is it withdrawal? Only for addiction to new buddies. Really, there's only one cure for what ails you. Friendship. You wonder whose sweet medicine you'll be imbedding this time. Galekh Xigisi. It's a chilly night. Not in a bad way, though. The kind of crisp air that invigorates you. You think this might... You think you might just mess around and make a friend. You're busy breathing a big old lungful of the stuff when you hear someone call out behind you. Excuse me, alien, I would like a word. It's phrased like a request, but delivered like a command. You don't recognize the voice. You do some mental calculations as you turn. Whoever it is seems like they know who you are, which could be good or really, really bad. You could make it to Zebra's Hive in a few blocks, if you had made a run for it. That's not exactly a place you would like to take sanctuary, though. So you figure the risk of talking to this mysterious troll is worth it. By the time you've rotated around to face them, you've got a big friendly grin on. It's a bit of work to keep it there when you see who it is. Tall, sharp suit, well fitted out, curly hair, cute little Christmas tree horns looking cute little Christmas tree looking horns, and the expression that screams would pay someone else to bisect you if you ever call anything about him cute. It's a good thing you didn't choose to run, because last time you saw this guy, he was sprinting away from you, your sparkly self, at top speeds. You'd have no chance. He strides towards you now with considerably less fear, but about as much purpose. Playing friendly, you hold out your hand to shake for him to shake. He immediately takes it, like it's an instinct. Yes, I'm Galekh Xigisi. You are the alien. Nice to meet you officially, etc., etc. It is imperative that we speak, as is a matter of some importance. I hope you'll take my request seriously and follow me to my hive, where we can talk more openly. It is in your best interest to comply. Okay. It also seems that we have things to click on. I live around the corner. This is not a threat, rather a genuine expression of a critical nature of my request. Okay. If it were a threat, you would know about it. Cool. Wow. Okay then. We got a wordy person over here. Huh. A short and sweet, hey, let's hang out, would have worked on your friendly, thirsty self, but that's fine. You don't have anything else. You don't have anything else to be doing, so why not follow this pushy high blood back to his house? Wonderful. This way. He stays true to his word and doesn't say anything else as he leads you towards his hive. But you watch the way he clenches his teeth and flicks his eyes back at you as he walks. He's about to explode, holding it in. You walk a little slower to bask in the need of him emanating off of him. Still dizzy with the feeling of having your presence wanted so badly, you trip a bit, heading up a wide flight of stairs. And there's a lot of these. There's a lot of them. Jesus, he could have warned you, at least. You look up and pull yourself to your feet. The stair leads up to an old stone building, covered with ivory that creeps around the pointy-topped windows and up to the top of the turrets. It looks like the kind of place a crusty old professor might walk out of, followed by a flock of khaki-clad rich boys. The door opens with a creak. You do not hear anyone debating the difference between a movie and a film in there, but you hear bleeding? Sounds reasonable. Once inside, Galekh beckons you through the foyer into another room, this time unlatching what looks like a very tall metal baby gate to let you both in. He clenches the latch twice. He checks the latch twice after he shuts it, then gestures to a pair of studded high-backed chairs on either side of the fire. Please take a seat. I'll make us some coffee. You will not have any of this before, as the taste is drastically different from the slop you'll have from the public coffee shop. It is possible your palate is not experienced enough to tell the difference, but I can walk you through the simpler points. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you for explaining coffee to us. You do take that seat, and you look around while he messes with the antique espresso machine. He has a desk covered in papers, open books, and a typewriter. Along the walls are bookshelves leading to the vaulted ceiling. Everything has an air of purposefulness and purposeful meaningness to it. Like he pulled some of his cooler titles and laying around for you to see. How flattering. You mentioned that it must be one of those personal jerk-off book hives Tisius was talking about. Excuse me? Oh, never mind. You clear your throat and ask him what he wanted to talk to you about. He hands you a cover and sits down on the other chair. Of course, Jesus Christ. Of course, I just wanted to clear the misunderstanding between us. You may have be under the false impression that I am uninformed, re the attributes of a rainbow drinker. You may even think that you successfully fooled me into thinking you were one yourself. When we first met. I just had to. I had not previously encountered one in real life, nor have I ever seen an alien, for that matter. Furthermore, when I saw you before, you were in a company of Tagora Gorjek. I was making the most reasonable assumption possible, given the information I had available. It makes complete sense that if you think about it. Cool. 3 things to click on, technically. Specifically, you misunderstanding me. I have spent considerable time on the interim researching you. Of course, which is why I was able to track you down so easily. Rainbow drinker extraordinaire. Cool. He wishes. Okay, cool. So cool. Yeah. He looks at you expectingly. Oh, you guess it's your turn to say something. Oh, first choice. Cool. You said it, now we're done. You laugh, and he realizes he's 100% serious. He really cares that much of what you think of him. It reminds you a bit of you a few months ago. Or, a few days ago. Still, you know what it is, what it feels like. You try to tread the line between humoring him and easing him out of having to care that much. You tell him you'd like him even if he was a complete rube, a total rainbow drinker law idiot. If his incompetence knew no bounds. I get it. Oh heck. If the barely contained panic in his eyes is any indication, he isn't at all placated by that. You cut off the line of fangling, and try something you hope is a little more his speed. It must be cool to have a primary source sitting in his own jug of book hive, though, right? He exhales, gathering himself a little. I'm not sure why you keep calling it that, but I do admit I am interested in the chance of learning more about you. Cool. Stop immediately. Cool. Oh, and that stays. Okay. His fingers twitch. You hope he doesn't mean in the like creepy dissection kind of way. You are free to leave, right? You glance anxiously at the locked baby gate. What? Of course you can leave. Just because I am a Highblood does not mean I am a sadist. Cool. My interest in you is purely academic and friendly. Furthermore, that gate is not for you. Oh, okay. Who's it for then? You know what? You should know by now that the predelecations is not bound by to any one caste. I know you were amiable to that kind of thing. Cool. Do not worry about it. It goes well. If all goes well this evening, we will not have to make use of it. Cool. I have more important things to be doing. Usually. Cool. You do definitely worry about it, but not in a present, actionable way. Just in the sort of under-the-surface self-preservation way you're worried about. You know, everything that tries and everything has tried to end your run here on Alternia so far. Plus, he offered you friendship. You'll reach your you'll reach your heart into that monkey trap any day. Okay. Hell yeah, then. You throw your arms out, toss your head, and tell him you're ready to be studied and subsequently friended. Galekh doesn't pounce right away. Galekh doesn't pounce on that, though. Mostly he looks uncomfortable, which doesn't stop him from talking. I do have considerable interest in understanding the pathos of the alien, which I really want to know is what makes you so magnetic. All observable criteria points to you not being much to look at, but there seems to be something about you that draws people in. I apologize if you're offended. It's nice of you. Oops. But yeah, you seem like, you definitely have a mouth on you. You can definitely say a lot of words. But yeah, you seem pretty calm. That isn't even on the top 10 list of insults you've heard since landing, so you brush it off just fine. Plus, you got on good authority that your legs are nice. You flex those bad girls in order to give yourself a little self-esteem boost. I was wondering if I had any visceral status, but the more I learn about you, the more difficult it becomes to make any sense of your plans. Accounts of your activities contradict each other at almost every turn. You are either the most suave and well-connected plenipotentiary I have ever heard of, or you're running around with no clue what you're doing and somehow it works out for you anyways. It's definitely the latter. I'm strongly leaning towards the latter, especially after this meeting. Yep. For example, what are you doing with your legs right now? Is that supposed to be impressive to me? You mean, it's worked before. A low, frustrated clicking rumbles in his throat. He puts his coffee aside and crosses his legs. This is the sort of thing I'm talking about. I know all about your antics, leg-based and otherwise. I just cannot work out what the draw is. Why do people like this? Again, no offense is intended, and if you feel that way, that's on you. I'm just trying to be to understand. Yeah, no, again. Oh man, I keep missing the closing button, but not skipping, but moving to the next text. He seems pretty fixated on this. You wonder if perhaps he has some hidden reasons for wanting to know why other trolls might be into your freaky little self. Some sort of personal interest in another troll's friendship decisions and inclinations and interests. Just, maybe. You wait for him to blush, but he doesn't. He does start talking very quickly, though. First of all, I do not know what you mean by that. I do not base my self-worth on anything so external. Hypothetically, if I did happen to have invested in what someone else thought of me, I would not tell you about it. Furthermore, just because I am not a freak does not mean I have no desirable traits. You would probably just tell him anyway. So he does. he has someone who, in this hypothetical, by him I mean any hypothetical mutual acquaintance. Mutual. And the only person we know is Tagora. Okay. You think he'd probably keep going forever, now that he started letting it all out, but there's a sound behind you that shuts him the hell up. You both turn to see his Lucis, a big scruffy goat, gently headbutting the baby gate. It looks extremely friendable. Cool. Another save. Oh man, more issues with the saving mechanics in the mouse. Cool. Feed the beast, because clearly that's the wrong one. As much fun as it is to get monologued at, you opt for the chance to piece an ash Galekh, as if as this goat is a good boy. And ask Galekh, sorry. If you call breaking into my book hive and eating important chapters of my manuscript good, then yes, he's the best. It's in the pre-novel phase, if you were wondering. There's more of an experimental word rumpus. To be fair, raising and providing for me also makes his presence in my life a net positive. Yeah, so neutral positive, yeah. He sighs when he says it, a mix of frustrated and fond. You pull an apple adjacent fruit from your hood pouch. You never know when you might have to spend the day hiding in an alley, so pocket snacks that don't make you puke are extremely useful. Yeah, pocket snacks are nice. You offer it to the Lucis. He uses his teeth and tongue to pull it to him through the hole in the gate. Nice. You don't have to have a crisis about whether or not you should have let him into the room, because once he swallowed his snack, he trots back down the hallway. You mosey over towards Galekh, flop back down in the chair, and let him know you're ready to get into this fact exchange party started. You wonder to yourself what kind of information actually exists about aliens. You mean humans, on Alternia. The fact that you have started thinking of yourself as the alien is mostly fine, you figure. It's what the trolls vibe with, which is what you're all about, in the end. But it could be cool, maybe, to hear about the history of humankind from their perspective. You've been curious, and if anyone would know, it would be this nerd. So you ask. There's absolutely nothing. I have read all kinds of reports on other alien races, of course. I can pull those for you if you would like. As for your species, I can confidently say there is no recorded history of your kind on Alternia. Cool. If what you are after are bloody accounts of destruction of an entire species and painstakingly detailed logbooks of resources taken from various planetary systems by our forces. If it exists, I would likely know about it. Cool. The comics involved would probably go over your Nugwone. Oh, wow. So, you're the first of your kind to visit, huh? You flex again to brag about that maybe that's the secret of why everyone is so hot for your friendship. But even Galekh can tell that you're not really feeling it. If you say so. Are you some kind of high-blood equivalent back home? Is that why you're so friendable here? What is your planet's system of government, and where do you fit into it? What are your main off-world exports? What are some defining moments in your species' development? Have you formed any bonds that you would say fits your planet's equivalent of a quadrant system? Oh, okay, and so he wants to know about romance as well. Yeah, Galekh, he's definitely studious. We got some things to click on. Supposedly friendable. I still have yet to feel the impulse. If so, with whom? We're not going after your mutual friend, hypothetical mutual friend. You're not ready to take the space SATs. You're too busy trying to sort out through the idea that you are the literal only option for him to learn any of this stuff. The only one of your kind around. Do you feel like the frame surrounding your life has shifted? Like everything already around you zoomed out to the widest angle. With you just a tiny speck in the corner, invisible to the naked eye. Ooh, maybe you should sit down. You were already sitting down. Maybe you should lie down. You crawl onto the floor, which Galekh probably wouldn't like, but you're too busy having an existential crisis to care. God damn it. That's a lie, too. You definitely still care about what he thinks of you. It isn't the first time you've felt overwhelmed by your situation since you've landed. It isn't the 100th, honestly. It's just that you kind of always had a back pocket assumption that there'd be some way to out of this. Sure, you're having fun making friends and allies, assembling a new wardrobe, and picking up weird survival skills. It just hadn't quite hit you that this might be all that was left for you, for real. Is the floor wiggling another alien friendship ritual I just do not grasp the allure of? Or are you spontaneously suffering? Please stop whatever this is. I am not sure how I'm supposed to tell the difference. You want to answer him, but words feel so away in this moment. You try and call up how you crashed, but or what on earth you're doing, what an Eternia you're doing in a spaceship to begin with. Are you even certified astronauts? Do you have an advanced degree? Do you have hands? Your vision blurs and you feel queasy. You need air, a lot of it. You run towards the closest available source, the wide window. Demonstrating yourself is maybe not the best opinion, but it is the only way you're currently most emotionally attuned to. So that is what what you do. Luckily, the panes of the window open like French doors, and you're still on the first floor. You spill out without breaking any glass or limbs. Behind you, Galekh hollows. It still feels nice outside. You lay there and breathe in and out and try and pull your stuff together. From your prone position, you can see Galekh has put one leg onto the windowsill, shaking his head, and pull it back, turns away. He certainly looks fit enough to be able to manage that leap, but of course he wouldn't bother. He should give up on your hot mess of an alien self. You're fine wasting away out here like yesterday's banana peels. Anyway, you're ready to take a depression nap right now, and there when you hear the front door open. Galekh is stomping towards you, flush and fuming. He looms above you, large frame quacking with anger. Listen here, you little shoot maggot. I have opened my home to you. I have opened my mind and to the possibility of understanding you, despite multiple instances of you not offering me the same courtesy. I only wanted to correct your misconceptions about me and to have the chance to exchange some cultural understandings. You have to be the worst ambassador I've ever heard of. Ambassador. I had a stroke saying that. No, you sit up and promise they've been great. He's the best and smartest friend you've made yet. A great host, excellent even. It's not his fault that you're clicking like this. You're not clicking like this. You do with other, like you do with other people. If that were true, why should you spend this entire visit acting like a fresh-hatched idiot? At this point, I have to conclude that you are mocking me and my genuine interest in you. There is no other explanation for your behavior. Do not begin to insult me by claiming otherwise. You try to explain that you were just in your feelings, but he stopped humouring you. He turns his heels and stomps back inside. You want to hope that he'll come back. The drive to understand outweighing the drive to be done with your sorry behind. but you know he won't. You drag yourself to your feet and start slowly walking. Start the slow, lonely walk somewhere, anywhere else. From the open window, his Lucius cocks his head to the side and softly beats his goodbyes. He looks so concerned. Okay. Oh well. But we did know that was the we did know that was the wrong one. So anyway, but that means so we have to humor him. Is that all? Man, what is this guy talking about? You thought whatever he wanted to say was going to be a bigger deal. You want to get this straight? You say he dragged you all the way here under the thick veil of secrecy, so he could just so he could tell you that he knows that what he's talking about. That he's actually right and not wrong, smart and not dumb. Specifically about rainbow drinkers. Yes. Is that confusing to you? I cannot have people thinking incorrect things about me. Oh, I know that. I know that a lot. It just somehow gets to you when people think the wrong things. Technically, not only specifically about that topic, but that is the pertinent piece of information in this conversational context. Cool. No, you were just checking. You tap your fingers on the leather arms of the chair. Is that all he wanted from you? Oh, yes, I suppose. As long as we're in agreement and you do not intend to spread any misinformation. You promise? That is great news. There's a long pause. He looks disappointed somehow. You're not sure if this is what he was expecting, but it sure as hell is what is transpiring. I will show you out. Oh, thank you. What was... He looks angry now. What is it with this man and his ending faces? First angry, then concerned. Because obviously, we got the second bad ending first. Right, anyway. Oops. Please ignore him. I accidentally clicked it instantly, but I guess we got it right. Well, at least I clicked the right one. Please ignore him. He just wants to get in here and cause problems. Okay. He will wander away in a minute. You think hard to yourself about this. You really want to go pet the pig. You want to go pet the big old goat dad. But you want to dish about this guy's love life even more. You've heard some of this situation from the other side, of course. But you really shouldn't let Galekh know that Tagoras tells you about their tentative and awkward pitches flirtations. Unless, it helps you get more friends. No, you slap your own cheeks and snap yourself out of it. No a secret spilling. Galekh leans away from you against the back of his chair. You're not really doing anything to change my impression of you. You have an idea, so you cut him off before he can monologue you to death. You tell him that it sounds like what this guy is bothering him, a regular, non-freaky guy, is that he's jealous of your free-spirited friendability. He wants what you've got. He glares at you, his breathing quickening. Ooh, yeah, hit a nerve. I do not want anything of yours. What is it that you mean by that, though? What is it exactly that you have got? He's not... Never mind, redact that. I reiterate my previous covetous stance. Interrupting him has worked pretty well so far. So you try it again. Let's cut the crap. You say. There's no reason for him to hide anything from you. First of all, you already promised to him no matter what. Secondly, you already promised to like him no matter what. Secondly, you know what it's like to want to impress someone. And finally, you know all about how to be a huge weirdo. So, why doesn't he let you show him how to walk on the wild side? He can take a few pointers from Alternia's biggest freak. You can see the ensuing makeover montage already, and you start bouncing at the bit in your seat. I have zero interest in... Okay, that won't do it. You try one more tactic, telling him you guess he just doesn't mind not knowing things about how to be a freak. Oh, Galekh, they'll say. Smart at how to be boring and how to be a real idiot about weird stuff. Ah, I see what you're doing. Stands to reason that allowing you to broaden my horizons with your alien ways will only increase my cultural competence. Unfortunately for me, it will absolutely work. Great, so what'll it be? Shopping for a new, more casual suit? Or something wilder? Spicy undergarments? Dyeing your hair? Or weird body mod? Galekh eyebrows shoot up. The last one sounds interesting. Wow, he's really ready to go whole hog, huh? You weren't expecting that from this guy, but you guess what he's waiting for is an excuse to try something. That, or he really doesn't deal with he really can't deal with not being as big as obnoxious know-it-all. Go big or get cold, as they say. Damn, that probably is what they say. Anyway, you can't wait to get the show on the road. You tell him you even know a guy that can probably help him out. Will he be discreet? I'm willing to leap into this, but I do need to protect my privacy, of course. Oh, for sure. You mean, like, probably. His brow furrows. Either your continued interruptions or your hesitance, so you waste no more time and whip out your palm husk. You pull up the secret gripe folder you got Malek and pull up the secret gripe profile you got Malek to make so you can keep in touch and call him up. What's up, bro buddy? You get right to it and tell him you made a new friend who's looking for a new hole put on him. Behind you, you hear Galekh choke on his coffee. Artistically and aesthetical. Aristocratically? I didn't read that properly. Galekh strokes weakly, his eyes still wide. Oh, something similar. Hell yeah. Anything with you, bud. Malek's eyes dart from your face to the room behind you. You're not sure how much you can see through the screen though. My gear is easy to pack and I'll be over soon. I'll bring options. You start to give him directions, but he stops you. Don't worry, I know exactly where you are. Your bar musk is low jack. Figured you'd be cool with that. See you soon. Malekh hangs up, and you grin at Galekh to reassure him. This sure seems like a manageable situation. He offers you more coffee, which you take, because you're a polite guest. Galekh starts ideating at a small leather-hood notebook, so you mostly watch. Listen to him explaining the brainstorming process, take sips, and wish the goat would come back. Eventually, you hear soft footsteps approaching. Nice. Malekh and Galekh in the same room. I would never have imagined it really, but Galekh jumps when Malekh opens the baby gate. How did you get in the front door? I hacked it. Galekh's mouth opens and shuts a few times. His eyes dart between your and Malekh's matching hoodies. Just kidding. Your operation is pretty low tech for an indigo, unfortunately. Your Lucis let me in. Anyway, I'm Malekh. And from behind him, a proud bleating. Hell yes. Galekh looks around and wrings his hands. There's a lot going on all of a sudden, and he points at you. You, alien, hold on to my Lucis. He cannot be unsupervised in here, or he'll eat everything. And as for you, Malekh, hello, my name is Galekh Xigisi. Welcome to my hive. Things are not typically so hectic in here. I apologize. That is not a problem. I hear what you wanted. I hear you want to get freaky. Galekh tugs at the bottom of his shirt jacket, straightening and reflexively. Poor dude. You want to tell him you're proud of him for going so far out of your depth, but he seems to be holding his own here. Plus, the goat really wants to make a snack out of some paper backs. You take your job seriously and hold tight to his neck. Yes, that is correct. I hear you have the tools to help me achieve this. I am open to a wide range of modifications. My notebook has some sketches. Oops. Oh no, go back. How do I go back? Oh no. We can't check. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Hold on. Options, right? It's the roll back. On the left. Go for it. Cool. Nope. Go back. There we go. I'll need to be able to hide it easily under my clothing. However, look at only the last 6 pages. Flip to an unauthorized section, and you will lose the privilege of using your eyes ever again. Oh, there we go. You want to dutifully look and not touch too, but ringing the big goat is a full-time job. Malik holds the notebook for you both to see. Wow, Galekh's not a bad artist, actually. Still, you have to kind of turn your head and squint to make out what's going on in a couple of the sketches. You guess there will still be a few surprises left for you in a brave new world of troll autonomy, right? Huh? You point to the sketch you like the best one, and hand you scramble. As you scramble to keep hold of a fistful of the wriggly looseness fur with the other. Yeah, I can work with that. Hell yeah, button up, get some layers off. Galekh flicks his eyes to you and you give him a big supportive thumbs up. You look politely away as he takes off his jacket. Instead, you focus on your job, and oh, you have some pocket snacks. You pull out some mostly not bruised fruits and offer them to Galekh Xigisi. He chomps it up and readily and calms down a bit. Geez, can't Galekh afford food for this guy? He eats plenty. He's only being dramatic. Yeah, it makes sense. Galekh doesn't take off his undershirt, but he does roll up the bottom of it, leaning his forearms against the back of one of the chairs, exposing a broad palette of his hips and back. That design does capture an ineffable facet of my core self. Get going on it. I assume I do not need to spell out any potential consequences of you stray from the artistic vision, correct? Before I change my mind. Malik rolls his eyes and pulls out a tattoo gun. It looks mostly how they do on Earth, but with a strip of greenish, mostly biological light. Oh, almost biological. Don't worry, your blood color is crystal clear. Galekh winces at the first press of the gun to his skin. Maybe it's lasers. There's a glow happening back there. The bouncing up and down is weird. With the loosest shaded, you're free to see what's going on. You climb into the chair Galekh's leaning against the back of, peeking over to watch. So what's the deal with this anyway? Tattoos don't seem like your vibe. There's no specific reason. I'm simply fleshing out my worldly experience, attaining visceral knowledge of a new kind. Intense physical pain, for one, though I'm able to bear it. He's checking off something from his bucket list. You helpfully add. Galekh flushes bright blue and jerks backwards, screeching like you haven't heard since you first met and traumatized him. Oh boy, you have no idea how, but that was apparently extremely the wrong thing to say. Watch it. You're gonna make me mess up your ineffable vision. No need to flip your think pan. Gotta do what it takes to find a bucket, buddy. I've been there. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Galekh stares I forgot the whole thing about buckets and Homestuck when it comes to this one. But yeah, that's why he screamed, yeah. Galekh stares dedicatedly into the middle of the distance as he breathes. Decidedly into the middle of the distance as he breathes in and out and repositions himself against the chair. This is extremely not what this is about. I am perfectly capable of fulfilling my propagational duties. This is not a thing I have to do. This is a thing I want to do. If it happens to spark concupiscent interests, so be it. Cool. Thank you very much for your vote of confidence. There's a significant semantic difference here, or deeper conversational interest. Cool. Yeah, whatever. I don't judge. Thanks, Malik. You only have the barest grasp of what they're discussing here, but things are starting to click into place. You don't want to embarrass your potential new friend by calling him out on his crush even further, or by implying he can't find anyone to fill a quadrant with. You tell Malik that Galekh is making his decision based on his own personal, emotional, self-educating journey, and that is all. Yeah, that is the heart of it, exactly. Thank you. Galekh smiles at you, and it's crooked and stiff, but his smile is but on his face, like he hadn't expected you to put it there. You smile back in place and place your hand on top of his, white-knuckled against the back of the chair. He winces in pain only once more before Malik steps back, tilting his head and admire the handiwork. That'll do it. Galekh rolls his shoulders and twists his body around to check his new ink. Satisfied, he turns to extend a hand to Malik. Thank you for your time on such a short notice. Would you like to stay too? Malik shakes his head and cuts him off there. No thanks, I'm not much of the after party. See you around, Rubberbud. Nice to tat your button up. So we've got Rubberbud and Button Up. Superheroes. He tosses his gear back into the bag and nods at you both. On his way out, he pats the goat's head, now flaccid. One new friend is enough for one day, I suppose. Thank you for your encouraging me to try something new. I still do not completely understand you, but your penchant for flinging yourself wholeheartedly into precarious situations is fascinating. Oops, again. There we go. It's quite a rush, isn't it? Yeah. That's what you do the best. You grin uncontrollably at the compliment. I might try employing that tactic a bit more in my daily life, if it leads to a newer, deeper grasp of the troll condition. As such, I have 2 confessions for you. He takes a deep breath and gets the rest out in one go. 1. I knew only an elementary amount of information about rainbow drinkers before I met you, and 2. The reason for my front-hinged jerk reaction at the time was because of my project-shaped blind spot. It's feelings-based. Okay. You graciously do not let on that those 2 are the most obvious pieces of information you have encountered. Galekh clears his throat and thrusts his palm closer towards you. Now that we have taken care of that, take a photo. I can't reach. Observe me admitting the inadequacies with ease. So basically saying, I know when I need help. He turns around and you lovingly set up the shot. On his phone is on his hip bone is the modest rendition of his sign. The indigo, in indigo, of course, is framed by 2 springs of pine crossed. Yeah, I always utter it with the V in it. Cool. Made no sense to me. The look on his face as he turns back over his shoulder for the camera is the most self-satisfied thing you've ever seen. When you hand Galekh his pumice mask, he messes with it for a minute and then starts buzzing with notifications after notification. He looks up at you, a smile creeping into the corner of his mouth. He bites it back, like he's not sure what to do with the undefined happiness he's experiencing. He hates it. Hooray! That was unusual. But there it is. Anyway, thank you for stopping by for this one. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one. With that, thank you for stopping by. Goodbye.